Hello everyone, I am Furkan Çimen and I am an industrial engineering student at Bilkent University. This is my Physics 102 project and it's about effects of different positioned dielectric materials on capacitance and alternation in capacitance. Let's start. And this is my setup here, a multimeter and the dielectric material and the parallel plate system and for the connection crocodile cables. And here we can clearly see the parallel plate system. There is a left hand side and a right hand side for the system. Both sides are glued with a tape and I use to it. And it's a rectangular shape, not a round shape. You can see it clearly. It connects the rectangular shaped material. And we can see the distance between the parallel plates. And we can see the polystyrene foam here. Its dielectric constant is changes between 2.4 and 3, and we take the average value of 2.7 for the experiment. And lastly, our last component of the experiment, we can see the multimeter with probes. And here I'm conducting the experiment for figure 1. The distance between the plates, total plates, are 4 cm and the thickness of the polystyrene foam is 2 cm. And the area of the plates are 128 cm square. I'm making sure that the distance is right and the thickness is 2 cm and total distance is 4 cm. I'm making sure that my values are okay. I'm checking the multimeter. I'm taking the values, not to forget them. I'm little adjusting because it can be some failures and something like that. That's all for figure 1. And you can see my results here. We know that it behaves like a two capacitor that connected are connected in series. We can see the area, distance, and constant of the dielectric material of the two capacitance are assumed, and we can see the formulas used for it, and our equal capacitance is 0.004 nanofarad. Our experimental value is 0.0053 nanofarad and our theoretical value is 0.004 nanofarad. Our error rate is 35% in this for figure 1. And here I'm conducting the experiment for figure 2. I'm adjusting the distance between the plates by looking the middle of the numbers. We can see the distance. I'm placing the dielectric material and I'm not to squeeze too much because it affects the result, but not to release too much to fold the dielectric material. I'm adjusting it. I'm taking the values now, not to forget it. And that's all for figure 2. And here you can see my values here. Area of the capacitors are 64 centimeters square and the distance are 2 centimeters. The constant of the dielectric material for the capacitor 1 is 2.7 and the capacitor 2 is 1. You can see the equations above, and our experimental value is 0.0157 and our theoretical value is 0.011. Our error rate is 42%. And lastly, there is also errors occurred, and we should make some error analysis. Through the experiment, we have some errors because of the human errors, the calibration of the multimeter, the resistance of the crocodile cables, and the not the exact value, having not the exact value of the dielectric material, because it changes between 2.4 to 3, and we take the average value, of course, for 2.7, but we have 30% error rate from the error rate from the change, from the change. And that's all for this experiment. Thanks for listening.